Welcome, Eclipse Dawn here for another tarot reading for you. And this is particularly for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can find those things out if you look up a free birth chart. I like Astrology Cafe. But you can go wherever you like online to find that out. It is important to know what time you were born, but you can still find stuff out even if you don't know that. So check that out. This reading is for Aquarius, the air sign, what I like to call the outer space sign more than the air sign, but Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. And I want to say thank you so much for watching these videos. If you do, it really means so much to me that you even have the time to look into something like this. It's something, that I choose to do with my time because it helps me focus. I feel like it's in my blood in a way, and it's not for everyone, and that's okay. It's really, for me, not meant to harm anyone ever. I'd rather leave somebody neutral than in a negative place. So, take it or leave it. So, with that being said, I'm going to read first this card, Aquarius. This reading is for June 2019. I have been shuffling for a while. And I hope you're doing good. Happy June. Whoop, whoop. There's a lot going on with the planets. No big news, really, except for, just Mars being in Cancer is pretty intense. I like to say it's like heart-wrenching kind of energy, just, kind of stuff, so that can happen. Also, just like, I've had some interesting experiences recently where, I don't know, it's like, make sure you're staying aware, you're reading red flags, you're making sure you remove yourself from danger if you feel like there's danger, and trust your instinct. So, anyway. I am channeling in Aquarius. This card is from the Isis Oracle deck. It's a beautiful deck. It's Elena Fairchild. I love it. Isis, Serpent of Fire. That's what this card is. So we're going to kick off your reading, Aquarius, with the Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. Isis, Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood and Queen of the Serpent of Fire, guides you through transformation now as your energy field grows stronger and old energies are burned away in the process of your growth. Trust that you are growing and are capable, more capable than you have been previously. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have been before. You need to learn afresh. What are you capable of, as Isis helps you now? Now, right? And the nowness is where you're going to find your power. The serpent head piece of Isis represents the inner fire. Excuse me. The inner fire serpent of Kundalini, as it rises in accordance with spiritual growth and empowerment. This happens when the time is right and we are ready. It is important to release and to realize that as your inner energy and your power is growing now. You will need to get used to new levels of strength. This means that you will need to adjust to your sense of your own abilities to meet your new levels of energetic empowerment. You will need to realize you are capable of more than previously. And also, you may need to temper your behavior to take into account the greater power and effect of your words, your thoughts, and your actions. Aquarius. When you grow stronger, your words, thoughts, actions, and intentions gather potency more so than before. Your responsibility for what you put into the world grows too. In the same way that a drop of water causes less movement than a tsunami, your emotions and words will have a bigger effect because the energy behind them. Your serpent of fire is awakening. Okay? Isis can help you manage this process so that you put out into the world. It comes from a place of wisdom and love, service and compassion, healing and awareness. Well, my friends, my brothers and sisters of the Serpent Sisterhood, I know. To the Serpent Sisters in the South, the powerful Panther, we thank you and bless you. Thank you for making yourselves present. And to the North, Grandfather. To the East, Dawn. To the West, Mother. We give thanks. May we be permeable only to the highest, most benevolent love right now. And in the dark marrow of my bones, I have made the light. Enter me, and I shall make you God. That is a quote from Isis. In the dark marrow of my bones, I have made the light. Enter me, and I shall make you God. Now, that might sound woo-woo for you. If you don't know what it means, that's okay. Anyway, let's get into it. Because I know you want to get down to some business here. Just realizing I need to think about my spread here. What are we doing for you, Aquarius? Where have you been? Where do you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Seriously. I think people are wondering where you're at, for sure. So think about what I read to you coming from Isis. You know, that you are more potent than you realize, darling. Okay? We have some jumpers. 6 of Pentacles reversed and a Magician. This isn't bad. So you realizing your power is going to help you come... Okay. You realizing your power, I'm going to not fluff it up for you, is going to cause some form of disruption in your life. That's what happens when you start to realize your power. It causes confusion around you, imbalances, people taking things away that they gave to you before, you taking away things that you gave out before because you're changing. But you cultivating your inner strength and your energy and your ability to create the life that you are called to live as a soul being and as just a person that wants to be happy in their life, right? Sometimes it causes things to go a little wonky for a minute, Aquarius. Maybe it was necessary. Yeah. So I think I want to grab something really quick, Aquarius. I'm sorry. One moment. My spacious Aquariuses, I believe I'm going to give you something that I haven't given to any of the other signs yet this month, June 2019. And it's called the Moon Reading. It's something I created many years ago. Yes. So, I'm excited about using this spread. I have it written down here. And then I'm going to pull a couple of extra cards at the end for you from my extra decks. New Moon, which is in Gemini right now, darling. Clarity, yes or no. Okay, I'm going to give you a yes or no on a decision. Somewhat, okay. An apex of letting go or finding peace. And a darkness, some kind of expansion, okay? That's the full moon. Okay? The new moon, you have strength. That's wonderful, Aquarius. So during this Gemini new moon, you're going to be feeling a sense of a newfound empowerment, okay? I'm just going to give you the Magician here to take a gander at. Darling, while I talk to you about the Strength card, this is a Leo card for one, okay? Aquarius, for the new moon, it's important, yeah? You are feeling like maybe you're not as beat down as you were before. You've come into a new vigor, like you caught your second wind, right? So for June, this is what's going to happen. If it hasn't happened, you're starting to catch your second wind. I feel that. I feel like it's happening right now. Honestly. I see that you're experienced enough with life to create a new reality for yourself after some kind of imbalance, or even though, or regardless of, or in spite of, you're creating this better and new reality for yourself that includes you kind of becoming your own person and being represented in that way within your own heart. Like it's really coming from your heart. Okay, Aquarius? And I see there's a sideways card here that's come through for your yes or no answer. So let's see. It's a Lover's card, Aquarius. Okay. First of all, it comes out sideways because Spirit wants you to know that I can't tell you what to do here. Okay? I just can't. I just can't. I'm not the one to tell you what to do in this situation, but I can give you some guidance, okay? Remember about Isis telling you that your power is great and more than you realize, darling. This is essential right now. You are strong. Very strong, actually. I see that there's a relationship here that is either good nor bad. Good nor bad. Good and bad. Bad and good. Real and not real. In and out. Up and down. With, without. For, against. They're with you. They're not with you. They're with you. They're with someone else. There's some kind of double reality going on here. And you are fairly calm about this, Aquarius. I feel like you have an understanding about how these things go for some reason, okay? But it is a concerned energy because it came out sideways, darling. Which means you're not totally in. I see that the male side is on the underbelly part. So the male side right now of this relationship, the male dominant side, whether you're a male or female, regardless, that energy is like on the underbelly, like looking up at the female side. So that means he's the one that's kind of going through a very deep transformation. He's the one that has to be digested into the depths of his soul and be you know, pressed out. So it's not always a pretty thing, you know. It's not always like a thing that you're gonna tell your neighbors about. Okay, so that's not always gonna be like that. Okay. So you understand that, and I see, so if you're the feminine energy, then I see the feminine energy is like she's riding along a riverbed in a raft, and his love is like holding her in this raft. It's like his passion keeps her floating. I hear, as long as you need to get your strength back. I see there's like something in the spring and something in the fall. Both. Something that happened this spring and something that's going to happen this fall. Okay. But, you know, let's move on into the apex of this reading. Aquarius. Let me show you the strength card now. Okay. This is your new moon energy. This is what I want you to focus on for the new moon. Hopefully I will be able to upload this in time. But even if it's anywhere close to the beginning of June, and just whenever this resonates for you, and the next new moon coming up, bring yourself to a place where you have the strength to find silence and hear what your heart is telling you, because it's the strength of the lion that comes from your solar plexus, your heart chakra, okay? And the sun, like, is this promise of light, and it's an ongoing kind of beautiful promise that your heart makes to you that I really want you to focus on, Aquarius, during the next new moon. The new moon in Gemini right now, I can see that, you know, you have the Lover's card, which is like Gemini, the twins, okay? So I see the apex now. 2 cards have fallen out. I feel like there's more. Is this the card? No. Yeah. There's a lot that's coming out here, Aquarius. This is where you're going to let go. This is where you're going to find peace. Spirit, what can I say? They say flip it. What can I say to Aquarius? Here we go. Okay. Okay. Aquarius, in June 2019, I see for the apex of this situation, you are going to have to let go of a project or something that you are going on with someone else. More than one person involved, most likely, okay? It could have been and could be a relationship that was in the shadows, is what I'm feeling and seeing. I also see that someone was wanting to construct something, but maybe not everyone was on the same page. Or you were kind of just going through the actions of building something, Aquarius, but you weren't really investing in it. Or someone around you, person you're involved with, maybe, someone you're involved with. Someone who likes red and orange, they like to wear it. And I see you wearing more like purples. Like you have a favorite purple shirt. I feel like you had some kind of romantic thing with someone, and it's like there was like a story that went along with purple. I don't know what it is. Or it was like there's something about the way that you looked in purple, or they looked in purple, or there was like a purple light they saw you in, or you saw them in. And it's like the reds on them like shined in this way, and you just like, but there's something about it that's not happening anymore. And it seems as though right now, in June 2019, Aquarius, darling, it seems as though somebody is not... Okay, I'm just going to spill the tea, honey. Things are not all being said, okay? When it comes to this relationship, I definitely feel like this has to do with a relationship of some kind. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it's an imbalance about who's giving what and when. And Aquarius, darling, if there could have been some kind of like people's energy going in more than one direction. And there's some kind of thing that isn't ready to be said, is what I see, because we have the Justice card, and so it's like some kind of imbalance, but it's behind the priestess, who is saying that there's a time for everything, Aquarius. So sometimes we can't say everything right in the moment that's on our mind to tell the truth about everything that we're like experiencing, because the way that it will truly be heard will be in a more like tactful manner, so that it actually gets heard in a way that is actually going to be communicated, like that's going to get across to those who are going to hear it. And I feel that happening right now. Like, it's not time right now for it all to be said and done. But I feel like, yeah, it's a little bit... It's suspension of belief going on right now. You know, somebody could be fooling themselves, or you're fooling yourself. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. So, let's see. That's something that has to do with what you're letting go of. So, yeah. Let me see this, darling. Yeah. Definitely the twins here and the Serpent of Fire card. The dichotomy of the stripes. Very powerful. So, letting go of something that was being unspoken. Something unspoken. Something unsaid. Some truth that has been unexposed for a while is being slowly brought into illumination, but it has to be done tactfully. I really feel that. And so we see, okay, the way that this is going to come through for you, Aquarius, is sincerity, apologies, self-acceptance, self-love, love of those nearest to you that you care about, forgiveness, a gentle kind of like willingness to love, and understanding that the wheel of time is passing and it's turning in your favor, that there's definitely like this is interesting. So like there's someone that's walking away from something that could have been all they wanted, but it seems as though they're like coming through a fog, and they're trying to get through. This darkness is real. Like, they're trying to get through a fog to you, and they're leaving something behind. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and it's turning for them, and it's motivating them to feel for you and for you for them. You know, there's something, an attraction there that's from a very sweet place. But, like, there's this energy here of you not wanting to be alone and you being afraid of being a codependent. You feeling like you're alienated from your community. You feeling like when you go out, you do too much. You feeling like you should be alone, but you don't want to be. Again, like maybe devaluing your real existence in this whole thing, in this scenario. Like, you can't just disappear. and hide in the darkness. Like that's not where you belong. Yep, judgment and success. Okay? So, Aquarius. Even though there's a delay to the truth becoming well known to everyone, there's kind of a reason for that, and you know what it is, if you know what I'm talking about. So, as the wheel turns, there is a thing going on. If this is a relationship, a water sign, or someone who has planets in houses that are water signs for you, okay? Things that are matching up with your waters and their waters, okay? I see Pisces especially. There's like a connection coming through the darkness. And there could have been like this other relationship that didn't work out, and you finding strength coming out of that and transforming with the magic of the magician. But it also could be like they're going through something like that as well, and they're leaving. I see someone leaving a home. I see someone leaving a home. I see you are, yeah, I see that you're wanting to face the reality, the truth of who you are and your old habits, and not continue to perpetuate your aloneness out of being afraid of being alone. And so you're working on that, and the universe is supporting you in that. But I also see that there's something coming to you where you're like, is this the thing I should be doing? Because I should be allowing myself to heal from the past. So you're going to look to God or Goddess or Spirit and ask, is this the right thing? And you're going to follow your heart, and that is going to really help you succeed in this situation. You really are going to understand the value and worth of this connection and of your connection with yourself, your higher self, Aquarius. It's going to help you grow. And yeah, there is some stuff going on that is going to have to be released. Like, I feel like it's like news that's being released, like released onto like public stage. And Aquarius, like right now it's being hidden by the goddess, okay? She's hiding it, and she's hiding it like the secret knowledge that sometimes has to be hidden. The darkness isn't always a bad thing, and the release of old karmic ties isn't a bad thing. Sometimes it comes through in ways where, you know, relationships end, imbalances happen because of newfound strength, and justice has to do its work for you. I also have 3 more cards that fell out. It's time, definitely, for you, just Aquarius, where if you're feeling dissatisfied or unhappy with your emotions, you're going to have to take a step back and realize that you only have one choice, and that one choice is to care for yourself really well, Aquarius. That's what's going to get you back on your feet, because you lost what you set out, and now you have to reel it back in and choose self-care and self-love and recapitulate, remaster, resource your divine pearl within your own oyster before you can make the world your oyster, okay, Aquarius? I hope that makes sense, okay? So, in the dark marrow of my bones, I have made the light. Enter me, and I shall make you God. Isis. This is Isis right here, baby. She's right here. Okay? So that's a cool reading. Let's do one more. Okay, we'll do like a few more, because we're going to end it here. But I want to give you a romance card. For those of you who are in a romantic situation and you want to know what's going on. Okay? Okay, romance card. Aquarius. Looks like there is something. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, the Eight of Swords. Okay. Try to get it so you can see, my darlings. And the crypt of the cappuccini. Candor and simplicity play tricks on the imagination. Thoughts are stowaways capable of arriving anywhere. Imprisonment. So, the Eight of Swords, as you can see in this particular deck, when it comes to romance, is someone's expectations of you, or someone you're dealing with is dealing with expectations of them that are making them feel trapped. That is making you feel trapped. There's this concept that in society we're supposed to behave this way. And if we go and we decide and we go with this, how is it going to look? I really see this, Aquarius, in the cards. It's going to change my relationship with myself. And maybe that's not such a bad thing, but it's also like challenging me to it's like changing your language. It's like changing the country. It's a big change in order to manifest this love. Because right now there's chains involved. Okay? I want to pull another one from this deck. I can see this in the reading, since the lovers are sideways and you're finding your strength, but there's like an end of some kind of like relationship that's going on with other people as well, and there's just this, this truth that hasn't come out yet, but there's victory in the end, but there's like an ending of some kind of happy, what someone thought to be happily ever after is over. And somebody's like not wanting to be alone, but is knowing that they're going to face their shadows. Call in Archangel Gabriel to help them find their truth, to let go of something that's no longer working for them. Yeah, I mean, the Five of Cups. Regret, okay? The Page of Swords. Someone who's coming through with a lot of truth. Okay, and I'm going to read this one. The Knave, the slave of love. What a surprise when the destiny cannot dampen the light of love. What joy when the end is not yet ended. Intelligence. Sometimes you run into something. This is talking about romance, so I'm going to say. Sometimes you meet somebody and all of the things that are going on around you both are saying that it's not possible and you can't and you shouldn't. There's things where like people will think this or that. For example, if it's the wrong religion or the wrong race or the wrong gender. But when it's true love, this feeling that the Knave has just isn't concerned with any of that expectations. Like they can't let it stop their love. They are driven by the fact that they're being pushed away. They can't let that stop them from loving this person. And so there's this energy here. And because of that, if someone really can do that and really take the offer that's being given, right? This truth of love, somebody's heart that they're holding. You know, there's energy moving forward in doing that and succeeding in life together, choosing each other after moving away from something else and asking God to step in and having trust. And things are going to not go that fast, I see more waiting, going backwards. Really somebody having to learn how to live on their own regardless. So, but there's this love here now. There's this 10 of cups up, right side up this time. A new situation that is full of love. That nothing can bother it, you know. Nothing can shake it because it's just so full of true love, you know. The 10. Serenity. The boundless world of space and time of fables is not for you. The gates protect what is yours. Happiness. So what is yours cannot be taken ever. This is the trueness of your heart. Okay, the truth of your heart, Aquarius. You are able to find a true love within your heart, and therefore, after leaving behind what no longer served you and made you feel inadequate or unappreciated or just apathetic, some kind of injustice going on, you know, or someone being accused, false accused, or somebody getting caught in something, okay, that just seemed unfair. There's something going on there, but I see that the feminine is going to have to lean on the masculine a little bit here, and the masculine is going to have to be patient with the feminine. Okay, and remember with what Isis is saying to you, Aquarius, you are very powerful and potent with your words, so don't underestimate your power right now. Remember that what you choose is going to have consequences for real. You are very strong right now. You might feel weak, but I hope that you will understand that if you give it some time, okay, have patience with yourself and love yourself through, okay? God has blessed you. Love you, Aquarius.